I'm having so much
Especially.
fun already.
So much fun already? Oh, D, you flatter me. Anyway, let's be professional. I'm a professional streamer, I do this for a living. D, would you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about what you do right at the beginning and not 3 hours into the stream?
Oh, you're so professional. It hurt me. I'm D. Hi. You call me D or 8-bit. But yeah, I do variety content these days, but mostly retro stuff. DOS games and Final Fantasy games and RPGs and all sorts of things on original hardware usually. And then I do weird game hybrid mixes where I mod things like Stardew Valley to be Final Fantasy because I just can't quit. And we talk about butts and poo and puns a lot.
This one could be spicy.
Okay.
Let me make them bigger.
The title alone, I'm like, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
This is probably a little spicy. A little spicy.
Probably.
Am I the asshole for saying I will call social services if my sister-in-law keeps leaving her child at my place? You peeped that username?
Yeah, I did. That's the first thing I noticed.
This post was posted by user Child Abandonment from 6 days ago. Okay,
Yeah.
house split is our Dickie. We've got 22% asshole, 78% not the asshole. Okay, I, 30F, have a half-brother, Enzo, 40M. We're not very close since we were both raised with our respective mothers, but he has always gone out of his way to help me with anything I've needed. Enzo married his wife, I like how all these names are in quotes, Steph, 33F, 2 years ago. Steph has a daughter, Alice, 4, with her ex, but has sole custody. And Enzo and Steph have a 7-month-old son, Teddy. I also have a 3-year-old daughter. Okay. There were too many characters introduced in the story already.
There's a lot.
Okay, so we've got, I, the OP has a half brother, Enzo, raised close. Enzo married his wife, Steph. Steph has a daughter, Alice. Enzo and Steph have a son, Teddy, together. And OP has a 3-year-old daughter. Okay, I think I got it. It's another kid
I'm
from
gonna
another
be
one.
really pissed if Teddy and this other kid don't even get mentioned. One of them is relevant, but I get the other.
Yeah, I'm pretty like one of these kids. Enzo and Steph moved to the city I live in when Steph got Purgante. And since then, Steph developed a habit of showing up at my apartment building unannounced. It became a problem. I talked to both her and Enzo about it, and she stopped until she gave birth. Now she regularly drops by unannounced to leave Alice at my building for quote-unquote babysitting while she has to run errands or something. She's had her carpool drop Alice off at my apartment before.
I hate this.
Her carpool drops Alice off unannounced at the apartment building for babysitting. My poor housekeeper is a wonderful woman who has had to deal with Alice arriving unexpectedly while I'm out.
She's not even there.
He's not even there. And I feel terrible about it. I've told the concierge not to let her up and say no one is in, but then I'll arrive to Alice waiting in the lobby, which is not safe. And the concierge has told me I can't make them responsible for a child.
Why isn't the concierge calling the police at that point? She's just gonna straight up dump the kid in the lobby? Like, can't you get law enforcement involved at that point?
Probably. Oh my God. I feel so bad for this kid. Steph keeps saying she only does it when she's desperate, but I don't see how she can be that desperate to run errands at least twice a week. And frankly, I'm not a nanny. If she's desperate, she needs to hire some help. I've spoken to Enzo, and he is always extremely apologetic and says he will talk to her, and I believe he does, but he also works during the day and can't police where she is at all hours. Right. I reached my breaking point a couple of days ago when I returned from lunch to find Alice at home, having been dropped off since she had a half day at school. Oh my God. I apologized profusely to my housekeeper, who had spent time playing babysitter, and called Steph, no answer. I called her several times, and then Enzo, who was on a business trip and distraught over the situation. Steph eventually turned up a couple of hours later and I went ballistic. I said if she leaves Alice at my building again, I will call social services and I will call them every single time she drops Alice off with me until they do something. Because this is not my job and she is an irresponsible and neglectful parent. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She burst into tears and begged me to help out with Alice, but I said no and reminded her I'd never said yes in the first place. She kept dumping her kid here. Steph kept trying to guilt trip me, but I was too exhausted and upset about the situation to be receptive, and eventually my husband had to tell her to leave. I feel bad because, as I said, Enzo has never been anything but the most accommodating person, where I'm concerned, and maybe treating his wife like that was harsh, but at the same time, I chose to have one kid because I don't want another one. Steph can't use my house as a daycare. Was I too harsh?
I just have one comment. And
Yeah.
I do want to give them an asshole point because they never at any other point mentioned that other name that they dropped, the other kid.
That's true. Yeah,
They
we
never
had
Teddy. Why
Yeah.
did I need to know your kid's name was Teddy? I didn't
Right.
need to know about Teddy.
too many characters introduced here. We
Yeah.
did not need this much information.
That does give them an asshole point. But
One
I still,
single asshole point. Yeah.
yeah. My God. The fact that there's, I guess they like Enzo so much.
OP?
Yeah, OP might
Yeah.
have the hots. Maybe this is a subplot. Like OP is
Oh.
secretly having an affair with Enzo, and that's why the other one is trying to get retribution by dropping off the kid all the time. Now I'm
But
just creating
Enzo-
fan fiction. about
Enzo's the half brother, so that'd be
Oh yeah,
Kinda
never mind.
weird.
Sorry, I got complicated. There's too many characters. There's too many characters.
But you know
I
what? I
got-
don't blame you. There were too many characters
Yeah.
introduced.
There's
100%.
too many characters.
Too many
I had a
characters.
hard time following that.
Yeah, I think we can solidly say not the asshole for this
Lady
situation.
makes a good point too, that she's okay with leaving her kid alone at OP's house, but not alone in her own house. But she'll let this
Right.
kid like sit in the lobby.
Right. I feel like this kid who is, how old is Alice? 4. Oh my God, she's 4 years old.
I thought she was like 9 this whole time.
Right. Because of all the characters at the beginning, I forgot Alice was
Too many
literally a
characters.
4-year-old being dumped and having to wait in a fucking apartment lobby by herself. She's 4.
Yeah, maybe that is true. Maybe the excuse is the like staff, but she's a baby.
Right. She's literally a baby. Kid is gonna start calling the housekeeper mom.
Oh
pretty
my God,
soon.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
That's true. Max also, it's been going on for a long
Oh
time.
shit, you're right.
Everything hurts and I hate it.
Oh my, this mom is a piece of shit. Come on.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be around. I mean, let's be honest, like she's probably awful if she's just dumping her kid around from the
Right.
carpool.
Right, Fennec.
So Enzo's
Where's
probably like, I
Teddy?
don't want to be there. Where's Teddy?
Where's Teddy? Teddy is 7 months old. Alice is the only one that gets dropped off
Right,
to go
where
run
is Teddy?
errands. Why does Teddy get to go on errand trips? If that even is, what is happening? So
I
many
don't know.
questions. Hang on, I gotta.
The first comment.
2 thoughts. You have a full-time housekeeper. What the fuck? 2, your sister-in-law isn't quote unquote running errands. She's likely hiding an addiction. This person made up an entire 16-page short story about what is going on in this life. You know what, D? You're not the only one writing Am I the Asshole fan fiction here.
But they're taking it in a totally different direction.
Right.
They're shitting on this guy for having a housekeeper.
Like, I get she's taking advantage of you, but I find it incredibly bizarre that you think she's weird for trusting you and your husband to have an appropriate environment for a child, especially when you have one in that same environment. OP's not even there half the time.
I'm so confused by these comments. Like, how does everyone read this and not?
And then they say, where are you from that you're so paranoid about the behavior of random men? Where are you from where you're not?
Mm-hmm.
OP responds, I'm the mother of a daughter and I would never take someone's word for it. As I've said, I've known these men for years and I know my husband, and that when there's people in the house, he is watching our child. Steph knows none of that. Steph doesn't even know me that well. I wouldn't let her babysit my daughter. They're not even close.
No, they're not close. They don't have a relationship. Oh my god, the next comment. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. The next comment?
This one?
Yeah.
So not only do you want to break up your brother's family because you are angry with the mom, you also want your daughter to lose her friend? What?
What the fuck is Reddit on right now? Reddit, what is happening? Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. We're gonna solid, not the asshole. 100%. Ooh. Yes. I think I'm gonna read this one to figure out why.
Okay.
It's short and sweet and yeah, okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Am I the asshole for drinking on my designated driver nights?
I hate that they put it in
Designated.
quotes as if it's like not a real thing either.
Right.
Like that's just what somebody called it.
Yeah, right. Like, huh? All right, let's see how split this dicky is. 100% for yes, the asshole. There were 5 people that put points into not the asshole, hoping for a 1 to 667.64 payout. Which,
Okay.
now that the prediction is over, I will tell you that the Reddit flare says not the asshole. And I wanted to read this one because I'm like, how? Me and my group of close friends goes out to drink reasonably often. We all take turns being DD in a rotation of sorts. The issue for me is that I'm heavily visually impaired to the point where I can't and never will be able to legally drive, even using biopics or other assistive tech. They got us.
Yeah, they got us.
The title is clickbait as hell. Right. You're not a designated driver. You can't drive.
I take back my comment on the quotes. Because then, yeah, I guess you would be like, I'm the DD tonight.
Yeah.
Because it's not real.
Yep. That's clickbait as hell. Okay. Instead, on my nights, I pay for an Uber or taxi for all of us, which others have said is a completely acceptable option for them. Okay. Oh, you know, that.
We still have 3 paragraphs left.
The problem comes up with me drinking on my nights. Even though I'm not actually driving and can't reasonably be expected to, one of my friends expressed that it's not fair that I get to drink on my nights when everyone else holds back on their nights. In my view, it's not unfair at all. If anyone else wanted to drink on their own night, they're more than welcome to pay for an Uber the way I do every time it's my night. They just usually choose not to. Am I the asshole? I'm no alcoholic and am more than fine going through an event or outing without drinking or anything, but I also don't see the point in holding back when I reasonably could have one. No, you're not the asshole for this. You're the asshole for this post, though.
Again, the friend is the asshole.
Right. Legally, they cannot drive even while sober. So, like, ooh, this payout's going to be huge. This payout's going to be choose outcome. Not the asshole. Let's see how that payout.
$80K.
80,000 to Impolimp and 4 others. God damn. King, that's not how it works. Sometimes you're gonna get got by Reddit. It fucking sucks. But you got. Now I have to.
You have to read this one.
We don't get a lot of gender reveal party am I the asshole posts, but they're always buck fucking wild.
I am so excited for this. I'm taking my hat off.
Am I the asshole for crying after my baby's gender was revealed?
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Cry of joy or negative cry? Wouldn't that be so great if we had the context? Crying in a misogyny kind of way or a joy kind of way? Seth, real.
Everyone be careful. We've been burned before.
Okay, here we go. My wife, 31F, and I, 30M. Oh, of course. It's the dude that cried at. Okay, yep, yeah. It's a misogyny cry. I'm calling it right now. We're having a gender reveal for our first child. My wife doesn't mind what gender the baby is. She just wanted to get a few friends and family together for a small party, and she was under the impression that I thought that too. Oh no.
Oh my God, I hate this.
Oh
I
no.
hate this already. I hate it so much.
Neither of us were interested in doing anything big. We just had a friend to read out the letter and reveal the gender. I didn't tell my wife this, but I was really hoping for a daughter instead of a son. So when it was revealed that we'll be having a boy, it really upset me. I didn't want to ruin the day though, so I just tried to act normal and celebrate with my wife and the family. Later on, after everyone had left, I was alone in our room whilst my wife was downstairs. I was sitting on the bed and just started crying. I don't often cry. I think it's a waste of time and
Oh my God.
unnecessary.
Oh my God.
But I was just really panicking.
Asshole!
I feel so bad for laughing at this, but like, come on, dude. The toxic masculinity. My God. Who's to say that the gender stays the same of the child? Like your child could grow up trans, your child could be intersex when born. There's so many other factors where the love of your child should not be designated by the genitalia that they are revealed to have.
It's so
In
weird. This
utero.
whole thing is so
It's
fucked.
weird.
So weird. Why do you care?
We're not even, this is halfway through. I really wanted a daughter because my dad was really shitty to me and he messed me up a lot. I'm scared that I will be the same to my son. I don't want to fuck up my son like my dad did to me. I've been scared about turning into my dad since before I met my wife. The big reason I didn't want kids originally was in case I treated them like my dad treated me. Go to therapy. That's what therapy is.
Wait, then you shouldn't
for.
have children, buddy.
Just go to therapy.
This person is literally saying, I want to have a kid, but like only a daughter because I'll treat the other one like shit, maybe.
My wife walked in on me crying and I tried to explain why without talking about my dad much. She doesn't know anything about what my dad was like. What?
You're married?
I feel like that's kind of important.
Oh my God. This is so dysfunctional. How does that happen? Like, how are you like, I'm going to marry this person and spend my life with them? My childhood trauma, not important.
I'm just going to not talk anything about me or my personal life or any of my upbringing or any of my likes and hobbies. Like, marriage is all about the dick, right? It's all about the dick.
And when it affects my, unborn child, still not important.
It's not important. Raising a child together and my fears about parentship and wanting to raise a child together, just not important, right?
God.
Oh my God. She told me that I was selfish and called me a few other things, then told me to sleep on the couch. She hasn't really been the same with me since. She's still really annoyed. Am I the asshole? Yup.
I like really annoyed. Bruh, I'd be like, out the door.
Right. I'd be packing my shit, dude. Couples therapy.
Get therapy.
I literally cannot imagine.
It's too late.
In any way, having a relationship with someone where I can't be open and honest about everything. Literally everything. Big thing.
There's an edit too.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm not going to reply to all the comments, but I have read them all. Thank you so much. I'm going to try and find a way to tell my wife about my childhood. I've just never spoken to anyone about it before.
That's obvious, bruh.
Not a single person.
But we'll tell Reddit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, but behind the mask of anonymity, I'll tell potentially 12.1 million people on the internet, but not my wife.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck your wife.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go asshole here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asshole. I think everyone's.
I feel like it's.
That's got to be unanimous.
I feel like it's a soft asshole, kind of, but it's still an asshole. That's undisputable. But like, you just need therapy.
Yeah, get some help.
All right. Sucking can cure a lot of things like snake bites and poison wounds and depression.